From the newsroom at news.com.au.
Hey, I'm Lexi Hartright.
And I'm Andrew Bucklow.
And this is the latest from the newsroom. It's Thursday, the 8th of October.
We'll start in New South Wales, where contact tracers are in a race against time to identify the source of 3 new virus cases. Health officials need to prove the cases are not locally acquired if the Queensland-New South Wales border is to reopen on November 1st. New South Wales needs to have 28 days of no community transmission for the Queensland government to reopen its borders to the entire state.
Queensland Premier Anastasia Palaszczuk yesterday issued New South Wales with a 48-hour ultimatum to find out where the infections originated. The new cases, 2 women and a man all aged in their 50s, are not believed to be linked to each other.
Scott Morrison's failure to tackle the cost of childcare in the budget was slammed in a fiery interview with Leigh Sales on the ABC last night.
The Prime Minister insisted he had not forgotten families under his plan to create 1 million new jobs, but it was his observation that record spending on childcare was good for women's workforce participation that sent the interview down a slippery path for the PM.
Who do you think is going to look after the children of the new workers?
Well, there's $9 billion for childcare, Leigh.
No, I'm talking about you want to create a million new jobs. New jobs. Where are those workers going to put their kids?
Well, there's an 85% rebate for low and middle income earners. And when we had this reform first introduced, Leigh, we saw the participation rate for women in the economy reach record levels.
Yeah, but why do you assume I'm talking about
the reforms
women?
We did to childcare?
Men are parents
no, what I'm telling you, Leigh, is...
So
I'll let you finish.
Sorry, men are responsible for childcare as well. You've pivoted to talking about women, but men should be 50% responsible for childcare too.
Overseas now, and former US First Lady Michelle Obama has blasted President Donald Trump, labelling him a racist and a liar in an explosive plea to voters. In a 26-minute video, Mrs. Obama started with a fairly mild appeal for every voter to participate in the election before launching a sustained attack on Mr. Trump. Have a listen.
So many other countries aren't experiencing this level of extended suffering and uncertainty. But what they didn't have to contend with was this president, a man who knew how deadly this virus is, but who lied to us and told us it would just disappear. And our commander-in-chief, sadly, has been missing in action.
All right, to some food news now. And after an exhaustive search across the nation's pubs, clubs, restaurants and takeaways, the best schnitty in the country has been named. Drum roll, please. According to WhatIf.com's 2020 awards, the best schnitzel in Australia is at the Schnit House on Rundle Street in Adelaide.
Yes, go Adelaide.
The restaurant features a gourmet menu of 21 inventive schnitzel dishes, including the Clive Palmer, the Bollywood Schnitzel, and the Schnit-faced hangover schnit.
Oh, that sounds like some good schnit. To entertainment now, and the Bachelorette kicked off last night with a very awkward moment, Lexi.
Yeah, this year it's sisters Ellie and Becky looking for love on the show, and last night they got to pick which of the guys they wanted to give their roses to. But when Becky offered one to a man named AB, he flat out rejected her.
Becky, I'm really sorry. You're absolutely beautiful, and unfortunately, I cannot accept this vote. I just think, I just don't think I'm the right person for you. It's only right that I'm honest with you right now instead of letting you know down the road.
Well, that's a tad embarrassing. To sport now, and Jimmy Barnes has offered to sing at the AFL Grand Final, but there's a catch. Barnesy has said he'll perform for free at the event on October 24 at the Gabba, but only if his favourite team, Port Adelaide, is playing. So far, the AFL has locked in the Queensland Symphony to play on the big day and is targeting local acts after the Sunshine State saved the AFL season.
Well, that's it from the newsroom. We'll be back with another update in the Arvo.
Your update from news.com.au.